I founded Radio Biafra to promote peace and then to inform our people. Nnamdi Kanu made this statement through his lawyers, and there's a video to that. He made the statement that Radio Biafra was to promote peace, not to destroy Nigeria. But there are many incidents that's happening now all over the world. Even a man of South Africa said that Nnamdi Kanu is a terrorist. I will show you the picture. The man said this man is fighting for the identity of his people. That the real terrorists in Nigeria are being allowed to go free and then they are giving them money. That was a South African man. A man of South Africa said that. But let's face this off in Nnamdi Kanu. He said that Radio Biafra was to promote peace. Biafra evangelist this morning. What do you have to say? But before that, if you are watching for the first time, click the like button, on notifications, drop a comment, subscribe to this YouTube channel, and then share this video with others. Radio Biafra is to promote peace, not to cause violence. And I have a right to agitate for Biafra because that's my fundamental right. As a general, Kanu has replied the Nigerian cause. What do you have to say about that?
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, wherever you're watching us from. I remember humble said that Biafra and Benjamin Jackson Sinachi. Now hear me, my brother. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu from Radio Biafra, not to promote peace only, but to inform people so that they will not be deformed. Because if you are not informed, you will be deformed. And inform Radio Biafra to educate the people, to let them know how things is being run or being managed and how they should go. Inform Radio Biafra, let me tell you this. When Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, I want to ask Nigeria as a country. Nigeria, when Mazen Nnamdi Kanu came to this country, what was his primary goal? What did he actually present to you? Please, if not that Iwanyanwu is late now, I would have said go and ask Iwanyanwu. But I believe that there are other set of Iwanyanwu in Ohanes and Igbo. Go and ask them. Go and ask this man, the former governor of Abia State. What is his name? Ojus Okalo. God bless you. Go and ask Ojus Okalo. Go and ask Allah Sekweme. Go and ask Allah Sekweme. Go and ask Elechi, the former governor of Ebonyi State. Go and ask this man from Imo State when the former governor of Imo State, not Ihedioha, not Udenwa. No, this one you are mentioning is not a Hakim. There is one.
Let's continue.
Not Rochas. There is one.
Continue.
You understand? Before the creation of state, go and ask them. When Mazen Nnamdi Kanu came with the Radio Biafra and when he visited Nigeria, what did he come with? He came with this one spirit and with one agenda, with one opinion. And that opinion with a point. He said that you make sure that the Enugu is well expanded and well developed and well furnished the way it's supposed to be, just like Lagos. Number two, they should build international airport and they should build the seaport in Aguata. They should build this data seaport. And any post that is in River State should be recognized as well and build it in a way, expand it and expand the River Niger. Do you understand? And let me tell you, go back to the history of Nigeria. The biggest ship that ever landed in this country landed in Igbo land. The biggest ship ever that ever visited this country landed in Igbo land. Because we have the biggest sea ever. Not even this one you are seeing in Lagos. There is a bigger sea in the east where you that can accommodate the biggest ship in Nigeria, in the world to land. A lander, when did he come? He table all these things as a point. What is a partner? A fountain for what? Government, federal might, federal strength, federal contribution in the southeast. But what happened? Did they concur? No. Rather, they turned it down. They turned their back, and that has been the ideology of the Igbos after the Civil War. Bring development in our land. Bring development in our place. Go to the east. Beside the Alex Oti, you can never see anything called federal strength in the whole east. Southeast to be precise. In the whole southeast. And I stand for anybody that will come and tell me this one. During the time of good Lord Jonathan opened a international airport. Muhammadu Buhari enter and close it. Do you understand? Anything I say, go and do your findings. Are you hearing me? Go and do your findings. I am not just speaking fallacy. You see why? Thank God again, that reminds me. Even the former president of this country, in person of Obasanjo, not Buhari, Obasanjo is aware of this because there was a written document from him, and it was that period that Uwazurike was championing Masob.
Let's talk
about it. And that Uwazurike, when he was championing Masob, I was a member of Masob. That is why I'm speaking like this. I am speaking from what I know. But understand, I was a member of what? Of Masob as at that time, which Baba, I trekked from here, Okera, then I was living at when, you know, those old schools in Okera knows the Okeran boys. What I'm saying is that trek from there. Then I was living at Ologu. Down to my two. Uwazurike is not that, is a dark man and is not taller much than me. I saw him, we met one-on-one, we talk.
What I wanted to ask you the fact that what's the difference between Uwazurike and Nnamdi Kanu? It seems that I'm coming, the followers of Nnamdi Kanu have refused to acknowledge Uwazurike because Uwazurike followers are saying that Nnamdi Kanu should bow down to Uwazurike because he first started this after Dimodume Gojuko, they came and it was Uwazurike that revived the spirit of Biafra, that Nnamdi Kanu supporters must bow down to Uwazurike. What do you have to say about that?
Listen to me. If anybody who stand up and say, I should bow down to Uwazurike, that means he's equally telling me to start worshiping Ojukwu as God. What has Uwazurike paid? What has he contributed in this struggle? Uwazurike, who collected a pot of meat, a plate of meat, and sold his fatherland. When Uwazurike was the one in Masob at that time, the ideology was not accepted by the UN. Because what is the meaning of the movement of this thing, Soviet? What does it mean? They welcome it now because it have a meaning and a face and a look.
Masob simply means the movement for the actualization of the sovereign states of Biafra. That's Masob.
Now that is what I'm saying. You know, now Uwazurike you are making mention of that you said is the one that carried, which is spirit. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu was in London, wrote to him, believing that Uwazurike being a lawyer. Are you hearing me? Being a lawyer, he schooled in India. He obtained his lawsuit in India. So he believed that Uwazurike has what it takes, the integrity to carry out this movement. He wrote to him, and that was why some foolish one of them will come and say, Nnamdi Kanu partner with Uwazurike, say he is a boy to Uwazurike. Not that he's a boy. He wrote in support of the vision. But Uwazurike unknowingly to us and Nnamdi Kanu, Uwazurike came. It was the tenor of Obasanjo that Uwazurike came up, and he was arranged by Obasanjo. And he was arranged, not allegation, Baba. I'm telling you facts. There are more to this. When he was arranged and I was arrested, just the same way they arrested Nnamdi Kanu previously. So when he was arrested, right there in the cell, he negotiated with Nigeria and he surrendered the ideology to Nigerian government. of which he was in the cell when his mother died. I mean, it was Rike Mama. When it was Rike Mama died, it was Rike there inside cell, they cried. They cried saying Mama died. He had to surrender and give up everything. And the Federal Republic of Nigeria gave Wazirike 1 million naira for his mother's burial. Baba, quote to me now, Obasanjo give him. Obasanjo give him 1 million naira.
And he accepted?
And he accepted. What do you mean? When he accepted it, he was released to go and do his mother's burial. And that was what triggered Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. That this guy have dropped this ideology. And he has dented the ideology. And he himself stood up. I will not allow this ideology to die. This ideology must go on. If you cannot do it, the Lord has sent me to do it. Because my people have been under damage and under condemnation. And the Bible said in the book of Exodus chapter 3 verse 7, the word of God said, for I have surely seen the affliction of my people, and I have come down to deliver them. And that is why the Lord sent Mazen Nnamdi Kanu to come, that they have actually seen the marginalization, that Nigeria is marginalizing the Igbos. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, now go. You are the Moses of their time. Go and liberate them from the hands of the pharaohs called Nigeria.
Now, what people are saying that now the Kanu too must find a way to negotiate. That's what I know. What's on the street, that he must find a way to negotiate with Nigeria so that it can be released. That if he's not careful, he might spend the rest of his days in the prison. Should Nnamdi Kanu also follow once we can find? Maybe let me just leave this place. If
Nnamdi Kanu should follow the step of Wazirike, there will be no need of Nnamdi Kanu staying there till now. He would have thrown the towel. But he doesn't want to take the step of Wazirike because Wazirike is a betrayer.
The betrayer?
He's a betrayer. How can you collect the pot of how many meat is inside the plate that you no go chop finish? Share the meat, he never chop and finish. The money when he collect all those, he never finish. He never finish. You know that they have messed his image up. He has messed his name up. But to somebody like Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, he gave Nigeria. That thing is this. No matter what you do, I will not drop this agitation called Biafra. It is my fundamental right to do that. And that is what I have. See, that is what I have fought to do. Let me tell you, every human being, even as we all are standing here, as everybody is moving, everybody have a call, and everybody have an assignment to fulfill here on earth. Until you discover your purpose. When you discover your purpose, don't look back, go for it. And that is why I'm using this opportunity to tell our viewers, I've been an evangelist for some time now. My speaker has spoiled. That is why you not be seeing me outside. And the Spirit of God has been, telling me to go out, and I need to go out. I'm just praying to God to redirect me. One day, the day I will officially announce for that, I need to
relocate to Kaduna, and within that week, you saw some dangerous political calculations and moves made by Erufai. Erufai was also in that entourage. So I think to an extent, it becomes very suspicious and becomes a threat to Bola Ahmed Tinubu's administration. But it's for the sake of Nigeria, the media, the Yoruba media, and the Lagos boys that have surrounded Lagos State, Abuja, can refuse to clear the rumor signaling that already issue with the president in Aso Rock involving Shetima, the vice president, who has clearly said that Wike and Sheyi might have clearly taken over his position as the vice president. He has not said anything about supporting the state of emergency. He has not said anything about the development in River State. He has been silent, meaning that from what we are gathering, the Sultan of Sokoto and some political elites from the north has also given him an open hand, spread their hand to welcome him in their fold. And that silence we are seeing coming from the office of the vice president will signal that at the end of the day, all is not well. It means a lot when you see a symbol representing one of the most powerful bloc in Nigeria in terms of politics ahead of 2027 going silent, it means that a lot of things is going to happen. There is massive support from the north already, against Bola Ahmed Tinubu currently now, with explosions recorded in the entire eastern part of the country, majorly River State. A lot of things are going on, and the Northerners are not saying anything. No Northern governor has made any statement. No reliable emir or anybody has made a statement, and the office of the vice president has not said anything. So what it's putting clearly now is that Ababio, Sheyi Tinubu, Wike, and Bola Ahmed Tinubu are the de facto vice president and president of Nigeria at the same time. I think the North will be regretting why the vice president of Nigeria, Shetima, has been kept incommunicado.
We've seen people from the North, they were saying Muslim ticket now is a scam. That Tinubu used that ticket to scam them into believing that yes, it has changed. But now this government seems only for the Yorubas, or to a large extent Yorubas and Wike. The North have been completely shut out. The Igbo people have been completely silent. Are you not thinking that there may be an alliance now between the Northern people and the Igbo people to kick out President Bola Ahmed Tinubu 2027?
No, if there's going to be an alliance of such between the north and the eastern part of the country, I don't think it's going to be rooted on the development, the sort of development based on what is going on between Tinubu and the vice president who represent the northern bloc. The south part, the eastern part of the country is not interested in their game for now until we see how the issue of massive Nnamdi Kanu factor is going to play out at the end of the day. Until we see massive Nnamdi Kanu release, that will determine the kind of thing that is going to happen. And remember, as it stands now, currently now, I can speak to you, the development in the Senate and in the House of Representatives and among the APC governors in the entire northern states have clearly moving towards the recent statement. That's the way you know there's a problem. Credited to Pat Utomi, where he said that some APC big names are already in the coalition. Well, it means that currently now Bola Ahmed Tinubu is likely going to shop for another vice president come 2027, because the way it is now, Shetima, whom the Southwest, the Yoruba, felt that he was becoming a big threat, has been silenced by Lagos boys in Aso Rock currently now. Is that the development is going to push Aso Rock to collapse, and of course, not only collapsing, it will move towards the direction of trying to seek a magical alliance with the entire eastern part of the country. And when I'm talking about the eastern region, I'm factoring the south and the southeast, into this, because that is what it is. I forget the fragmentation they created, So from the calculation of Bola Ahmed Tinubu, he feels that the likes of Ababio, Engineer Baribe, of course, who walked out. Seriki Dixon, of course, that one also worked out. We're talking about Ojo Carlo, who is going to look like if he's a serious politician. I'm telling you, Ojo Carlo is not a serious politician as far as it comes to the eastern part of the country. The real leader currently now in the entire eastern part of Nigeria is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and that is the person who will determine the structure of where Igbos are going to do, depending on how they're going to network between Tinubu and, of course, the structure that has to do with the Biafran recognition.
When you say Nnamdi Kanu is the leader of the Igbos, Nnamdi Kanu is not a politician, he's a freedom fighter. How did he become a leader? How voted for him to be a leader of the Igbos?
No. What I'm saying is that currently now, Mazi Kanu has become the symbol of 80 million Igbos around the world. That's what I mean. He has the political strength. He has the political symbol. He has the structure. His word is command and order. Anything Mazi Nnamdi Kanu says on any issue now becomes final. It might not be in any Nigerian dark way of playing politics. He might not get himself involved. some of these things. But morally and otherwise, Nnamdi Kanu is the symbol of anything that has to do with Igbo nation, anywhere, any day, politically and otherwise. That's how an average Igbo man sees Nnamdi Kanu currently now. And some of these people also see Nnamdi Kanu in that direction. He has not been able to, but at least he has been able to, do some certain things that has attracted millions of Igbos around the world to begin to give him that consciousness that he is the Igbo leader.
Now, as we close, El-Rufai sought permission from Buhari to leave the APC, and he said Buhari gave him the permission. Are you not thinking that Buhari too may have finally left the APC?
Yeah, of course. The body language we are getting now, the CPC and ABGA and the Labour Party and the new PDP or whatever PDP is inside, whatever aggrieved APC members, we are going to see the kind of thing that's going to happen. But the main thing ahead of 2027, but any moment from now, talking about June, where we are going to see a major political coalition and pronouncement and directment and judgment of whatever that is hidden they are doing underground. We are going to see it in that direction. But I can tell you, in honest truth, what this man did to Igbos, Wike Tinubu did to Igbos, especially taking the Igbo man turn, is going to be mad. I told you one day that anybody that is carrying justice will not have anything to give but injustice. He is carrying injustice. He will give injustice because that is what he's carrying. But let me tell you, in the absence of injustice, in a place where injustice is playing a major role, injustice is playing a major role, or is being seen as law, what follows is chaos. What follows is crisis. What follows is resistance. The Igbos have been resisting Nigeria for long, and they will continue to resist Nigeria until the right thing is being done. What is happening in River State is not the right thing. River State belongs to Igbo land, it's a Biafran land. We don't want to know what they have, Gowon and the rest of them has created there.